Look, here's the thing that most people don't realize about getting older. We've been told for decades that feeling a little wobbly on our feet or having to reach for a wall when we stand up is just a natural part of the aging process. We start to accept those cautious, shuffling steps as inevitable. But what if I told you that most of that instability isn't actually old age at all? It's actually just a specific type of physical rust that your body has developed because it's forgotten how to talk to itself. And the most exciting part is that research is now showing us that you can scrape that rust off and regain your steady, confident stride in just about 2 minutes a day. I'm talking about a science-backed approach that targets the exact muscle groups and neurological pathways that keep you upright, even if you're already in your 70s or 80s. Today, I want to walk you through the 4 essential movements that will change the way you move through the world. You know what surprised me the most when I started looking into the data? It's not just about weak legs. Scientists have found that after we cross that 60-year mark, our mobility starts to take a hit because of a very specific breakdown in communication between the brain, the inner ear, and the core. It's like a GPS system that starts losing its signal. When that signal gets weak, you start to feel heavy or unsteady. This develops so quietly over the years that you don't even notice it until one day you're hesitant to walk across a wet floor or you find yourself gripping the handrail of a staircase like your life depends on it. I get it. We've all been there, and it can be honestly scary. But here is where it gets interesting. Those weaknesses are completely reversible. Recent studies are proving that your body is incredibly resilient. You can actually rewire your balance systems and rebuild that lost strength. But there is a catch. You can't just do random movements. If you focus on the wrong things, you're just wasting time. And in some cases, you might even be putting yourself at more risk. That's why we're going to focus on the Big 4, the exact exercises that target the muscles responsible for safe walking. Let's start with what I believe is the single most important movement for anyone over 60. It's called the single leg balance. Now I know what you're thinking. Standing on one foot sounds like something for a yoga class or a playground, but wait until you hear this. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic discovered that your ability to balance on one leg for just 10 seconds is actually one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live and how likely you are to suffer a serious fall. It's a better indicator of your health than many expensive medical scans. This is because standing on one foot forces your brain to engage in a high-speed conversation with your ankles, your hips, and your vision. When you practice this, you're waking up tiny stabilizer muscles that have likely been asleep for years. You're sharpening your proprioception. That's just a fancy word for your body's internal map that tells you where your limbs are without you having to look at them. Here is how you actually do it safely. I want you to find a sturdy chair or a kitchen counter right now. This is your safety net, and there is absolutely no shame in using it. In fact, I want you to have it there. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and slowly shift your weight onto your right leg. Now, lift your left foot, just an inch or 2 off the ground. Don't worry about getting it high. The height doesn't matter, the balance does. Keep that standing knee soft. Don't lock it out like a board. Imagine a string pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. Try to hold that for 10 to 30 seconds. If you start to wobble after 3 seconds, that's okay. That wobble is actually your brain and muscles learning. It's the sound of the rust falling off. Just touch the counter, reset, and try again. Make sure you breathe naturally. A lot of people hold their breath when they concentrate, which actually makes your blood pressure spike and makes you more unstable. Switch sides and do this 3 times. You'll probably notice one leg is a good leg and the other is a bit more rebellious. That's totally normal. By practicing this, you're building a foundation of confidence that translates directly to every step you take outside your home. Now, once you've started to master that stationary balance, we have to talk about how you actually move through space. Have you ever noticed how someone who is feeling a bit frail starts to walk with a wider stance? They shuffle their feet and keep them far apart to create a bigger base. While that feels safer in the moment, it actually makes you more prone to tripping because you aren't lifting your feet properly. This is where the heel-to-toe walk comes in. Think of it like a tightrope walk on solid ground. This exercise is so powerful that a study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that seniors who did this for just 2 minutes a day saw nearly a 50% improvement in their balance scores in just 1 month. Can you imagine feeling 50% steadier in just 4 weeks? To do this, find a clear hallway or a long stretch of wall you can touch if you need to. Imagine there is a straight line on the floor. Place your right heel directly in front of your left toes, so they are actually touching. Then step forward with your left heel touching your right toes. It feels a bit strange at first, almost like you're a kid playing a game. But what's happening inside your nervous system is profound. Your cerebellum, the part of your brain that handles coordination, is building brand new neural pathways. It's like upgrading from an old, slow dial-up internet connection to high-speed fiber optics. You're teaching your body how to handle a narrow base of support, which is exactly what happens when you have to navigate a crowded grocery store aisle or walk around a piece of furniture in the dark. Keep your head up and look forward, not down at your feet. I know it's tempting to look down, but looking forward gives your brain a stable visual horizon, which actually helps you balance better. But look, balance is only half the story. You can have the best balance in the world, but if your shifters, your leg muscles, don't have the raw power to support you, you're still at risk. This is where we talk about the half squat. I know squat can be a scary word for people with bad knees, but here's the reality. Every time you get out of a car, sit down on the toilet, or get up from your favorite armchair, you are doing a squat. If those muscles get weak, those daily tasks become mountain climbing expeditions. Research shows that we can lose up to 3% of our muscle strength every single year after age 60 if we aren't careful. By the time someone is 80, they might have lost more than half of the strength they had in their 50s. The half squat stops that decline in its tracks. It targets your quads, your glutes, and your hamstrings, the powerhouse of the human body. To do a half squat safely, stand with your feet shoulder width apart and hold onto that sturdy counter again. Instead of just bending your knees, I want you to think about pushing your hips back, like you're searching for a chair that's just a little too far behind you. Go down maybe 6 or 8 inches, nothing crazy. You don't need to go deep to get the benefits. Keep your weight in your heels. You should be able to wiggle your toes at the bottom of the movement. Then, push through your heels to stand back up and give your glutes a little squeeze at the top. Do about 8 of these. If your knees click a little, don't panic as long as there's no sharp pain. You're lubricating the joints and strengthening the muscles that protect those joints. As these get easier, you'll find that you don't need to heave yourself out of a chair anymore. You'll just stand up. It's a level of independence that you really can't put a price on. Finally, we have to talk about the unsung heroes of walking, your hip flexors. These are the muscles at the very front of your hip that are responsible for lifting your leg up. If these are weak, you start to shuffle. And when you shuffle, you trip on rugs, door frames, or uneven bits of sidewalk. Most people completely ignore these muscles, but you can strengthen them while you're sitting down watching the evening news. These are called seated leg raises. Sit in a firm chair, not a soft sofa, and keep your back straight. Straighten one leg out in front of you and lift it just a few inches off the seat. Hold it for a few seconds. You'll feel a little burn right at the top of your thigh and in your hip. That is the feeling of your walking stability returning. Lower it slowly. Don't just let it drop. The down part of the movement is actually where a lot of the strength building happens. Switch legs and do about 10 on each side. It's so simple, but it's the difference between picking your feet up clearly and catching your toe on the edge of a carpet. I want to be really honest with you here. This isn't about looking like a bodybuilder or running a marathon. It's about freedom. It's about being able to go to the park with your grandkids and not having to scan the ground for every little pebble. It's about walking into a restaurant and not worrying if the floor is slippery. This simple 2-minute routine works because it targets the actual biology of how we stay upright. And the most important thing to remember is that consistency beats intensity every single time. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need fancy spandex. You just need 2 minutes and a kitchen counter. I want to challenge you to a 2-week stability test. Do these 4 movements once a day for the next 14 days. Mark it on your calendar or put a sticky note on your fridge. I genuinely want you to come back to this video in 2 weeks and tell me how you feel. Do you feel a little lighter? Does the staircase feel a little less daunting? I read your comments, and I love hearing those success stories because I know this works. It's based on real clinical research, not some miracle cure nonsense. If you have any medical conditions or severe pain, please chat with your doctor before starting. But for most of us, these gentle movements are exactly what the doctor ordered. If this breakdown helped you understand your body a little better, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. I spend my time digging through the latest medical journals to find the real science, the stuff that actually works for people over 60 without all the fluff and BS. When you subscribe, it helps me keep making these guides so we can all stay mobile, independent, and healthy together. Also, if you have a friend or a sibling who's been mentioning they feel a bit off balance lately, send this to them. Sometimes all someone needs is a little bit of encouragement and the right information to change their life. Thank you so much for spending these minutes with me today. Remember, you aren't just getting old. You're just a work in progress. Your body is capable of so much more than you might think. Now do me a favor. Before you click on another video, stand up right now and try that single leg balance for just 10 seconds. Start your 2 weeks right now. I'll see you in the next video, where we're going to dive into the biggest nutritional mistake people make after 60 that actually causes you to lose muscle even faster. You won't want to miss that one. Stay steady, stay confident, and I'll see you soon. Would you like me to refine any part of this script or focus on a specific health topic for your next video?